Hey guys, welcome to Players United, welcome to another video, and Atalanta 1, PSG 2, and the dream is over for Atalanta. The road for La Dea has ended in very emphatic fashion, in very heartbreaking fashion for Atalanta. PSG reaching their first European semi-finals since 1995. In a game where you can say that a lot happened, that it was, it was at some moments for Atalanta, and others you thought that PSG deserved more out of this game. There was one winner here in terms of the result, but Atalanta, I think they need to feel like they've done their best. They left all that they had in the pitch. They were all committed to be able to go through this round. It wasn't meant to be. They couldn't hold on, and I just have to congratulate Atalanta for doing what they could in order to win this game. PSG were the favorites from the first minute, and anyone that tries to convince you that Atalanta were the favorites, I'm sorry, but PSG, just Neymar alone, earns more than all of the whole Atalanta squad put together. So PSG were the clear favorites. They needed to win this game. If they didn't, I could see Thomas Tuchel's head rolling after this game, just like what happened to Sarri. But at the end of the day, it showed that you try very hard, but sometimes that isn't enough. But for a team like Atalanta, reaching this stage, almost reaching a Champions League semi-final in their first year, they have to be immensely proud of what they've done, because this is something that could have made into the history books. But without further ado, let's talk about lineups, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the game. Atalanta opted to go with Sportiello in net, Toloi, Caldara, and Jim City in defense. A midfield of Derun and Froila, with Gosens and Hateboer in the wing backs, and up top they had Alejandro Gomez, Mario Pasalic, and Duván Zapata. While Paris Saint-Germain opted to go with Keylor Navas in net, Thiago Silva, Kimpembe, Bernat, and Thilo Kehrer in defense, a midfield of Ander Herrera, Marquinhos, and Idrissa Gana Gueye, and up top they had Mauro Icardi, Pablo Sarabia, and Neymar. And let's talk about what happened, because from the get-go, I thought from the first half, if you seen just what happened during the game, except for the one goal that Atalanta scored, you would have thought that in terms of chances created, PSG should have annihilated Atalanta in the first half. Atalanta are a team that defensively were very weak, and I thought that was the main reason that I wanted Atalanta to go through. Not only because, PSG have been kind of trolly to Barcelona in the past couple of years, but because defensively, Atalanta are very weak. And if you have finishers like Suarez and Messi running at defenders like that, and a defensive system that is very weak like that, then we have chances of going through against a team like that. PSG proved that in this game. With very minimum effort, they were able to pick apart the likes of Toloi, Caldara. Defenders are not very solid in defense, and that a midfield system that, although the midfielders gave their all and they were spectacular, especially Martin Derun and Remo Freuler, for me the MVPs of today for Atalanta, it has to be said that they're a team that likes to outscore other teams, but defensively, if they're able to be picked apart, then it's a lot of problems. PSG, in the second half, weren't able to do it as much. I think that the midfield battle was won by Atalanta in the second half, but it just was that they lost legs. They got tired, they weren't able to hold on, they were all committed to giving 100%. And like you said, they weren't able to hold on. They were playing by 10 men with like 5-10 minutes remaining, because Remo Freuler, he was in the pitch, but he was injured, therefore he wasn't able to actually move. And just crosses into the box, and good deliveries from Kylian Mbappé and Neymar gave the goals to Marquinhos and to Choupo-Moting to put them ahead. and being the first team to reach the semifinals in this edition of the UEFA Champions League. I think Atalanta have to be proud, like I said, to all La Dea fans. You need to be proud of your team. You gave it all, and this is the difference between losing like how you lost against Liverpool and losing like this. Because if you lose playing like this and given the commitment that Atalanta gave today, first of all, you don't concede 4 goals ever, especially with the quality players that you have at Barcelona. But if you give this level of commitment, I wouldn't be mad if you lost, even if you lost 10-0, because you've given it your all, and I can ask for more. In football, there is either 2 options: you win or you lose. And we as football fans have to understand that we are not going to win all the time, and losing, it's going to be more often the times you lose than the times you win. It's more normal to lose than to win. Therefore, we need to understand that. But what is inexcusable is having players like Messi, like Suarez, like X and whatever, having players that are not committed 100% to playing for a team. Everyone needs to be 100% committed, needs to be 100% focused, because that's the only chance that you have at winning the Champions League. The Champions League is not the league season. We have to understand that. Anything can happen in football. It's unexpected. Things can go wrong for the other team. Therefore, you must be at your best. You must give 100% because you don't know. Luck might be your way. The other team might hit the post a few times, and you from a few shots might put all of them in, and that might be enough to classify you for the next stage of the Champions League. Today, Atalanta, did they do enough to get through to the next round? Not particularly, because like I said, PSG did create a lot of chances, and Neymar alone in the first half could have had 2 goals and an assist, but missed them. In the second half, they weren't as great, they didn't create as many chances, and yet they scored 2 goals. Football is unexpected like this. And the one thing that I'm probably going to be commenting tomorrow, I want to say that I want to do a video about it tomorrow before the Leipzig and Atletico game, is the comments that Rummenigge said about Bayern and Barcelona, like saying that Barcelona are basically weak, that they're the weakest, that Ter Stegen is not a world-class goalkeeper, or whatever he was saying, that Lewandowski is going to be the successor to Messi. Like, all those things are things that, for a fact, I know that it's annoying our Barcelona players, and that is the best thing that could have happened, because that's going to motivate them. That is going to put them to be focused, to be like, because the one thing that I know those players don't like to is being made mock of. They don't like criticism from the outside, and whenever that happens, they seem to give 100%. Like, when you infuriate Messi, that's when we get the best Messi. That's when we get Barcelona, and I think that is gonna be something very important for us for the game on Friday. But we need to be 100% committed. We need to be at the best of our abilities. We need to give 100%. They all need to run. They all need to leave 100% of their spirit and energy in that field in Lisbon on Friday. Because if you do that, even if you lose, I think that we are all gonna clap our hands and be like, you've given it your all. Yes, you are not playing like the Barcelona from before, but I think you all have to understand that Barcelona before, like the great Barcelona teams, did not always play amazingly in the Champions League. Who reminds us, I think we only had 1 shot on target in the game in Stamford Bridge in 2009. The Iniestazo. It was the 1 shot on target that we had in the 90-something minute, and that was enough to get us through to the Champions League final. So are the things like that can make a difference. The Champions League is not to play pretty, is not to show your best football, is to win games, is to maximize the amount of chances that you get, score as much as you can, and concede as very few as you can. That's how you win the Champions League. The Champions League is minimizing errors and maximizing the amount of success for you to have. We need to be focused. We need to be ready for this game on Friday against Bayern, and PSG is going to be meeting one of Leipzig or Atletico Madrid. We'll see that tomorrow. Leipzig have a chance against Atletico Madrid, I want to say, because when Atletico is the favorites and they have to actually create game, it's going to be difficult. I think that if Atletico have to create game, that's going to be very difficult for them, and I think that even though they lost Timo Werner, I believe that, Timo Werner wasn't that special for Atalanta, for RB Leipzig in the important games. Like in the big games, Timo Werner hasn't been particularly amazing for Leipzig. Therefore, I think that if they can give 100%, anything can happen in football. And the same thing goes for Barcelona. Barcelona need to be at 100%, and I'm gonna emphasize this over and over again. But anyways, I'm getting myself repetitive right now. Guys, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.